Hey everybody, welcome to Gravity Doesn't Work Here. That was from Mike Vale 2 on Twitter. Support the show, join the 420 Club at patreon.com/gettingdoug. Doug plugs. Tonight, I think there's only like 10 tickets left for Doug Loves Movies at the UCB Theater, Franklin Avenue location. You can come down and get in line on standby if you want. We might squeeze in some more people. This weekend, I'll be in Portland, Oregon at Helium, which is always a gas. I'm doing Doug Loves Movies this Saturday at 420. And then on the 15th, Sunday, a stand-up show with special guests, also at 420. There's a theme going on here in my career, I think. And then on the 28th of this month of September, I'll be in Charlotte, North Carolina at the Comedy Zone doing Doug Loves Movies, again at 420. For all my dates and deets and links, go to douglovesmovies.com and enjoy the show. Blast off! Hey everybody! Such an exciting day. We've got a regular guest on the show is back with big news, and we've got a newbie. It's Justin Martindale and Ben Gleib, everybody. Real quick, so Justin Martindale's first time on the show. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
And you're a comedian, and you're on one of those E! shows.
Yeah.
The
Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
No, the What the Fashion?
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
That's it.
And is it like Fashion Police but a little nicer, or just as mean as Fashion Police always was?
No, it's a little nicer.
Okay.
Because everyone's very sensitive. So
They used to get so much heat about how mean it was, but
Yeah.
it was Joan Rivers who, could just say, well, fuck you, I'll be as mean as I want to be, and everyone just lived with it. But now her successors are getting a lot of heat for saying terrible things.
Yeah. So
even though that's the premise of the show.
I know. I try to mix
You're making
the two.
fun of fashion. Like, it's got to be mean.
Right.
How can you be nice when you're saying somebody looks like garbage?
Yeah.
And it's choices they're making. It's
smile.
not like their face they can't change.
Yeah.
It's just clothes.
Sometimes it can get pretty ugly.
That's true.
The comments and the faces. So, but let's get to it. This is the first probably in the history of everything, legit presidential campaign candidate is going to smoke with us live on the show as part of his campaign. And that's, of course, Ben Gleib.
Hello, everybody.
Who we sort of kind of already applauded for you before, but that's a good thing. Yeah, you gotta keep all that goodwill rolling.
Yeah, politicians feed on applause. It feeds my soul. I need it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, what about marijuana? How do you? What's your official stance on it?
Well, here's the thing.
Other than you'd never stand on it because you'd rather smoke it.
Right.
Yeah, if you stand on it, unless you're like really trying to pack it into a bowl, it's not necessary.
That would be an interesting. I've got so much
bowl.
weed, I stomp on it like grapes, and then then I pack a bowl.
Yeah. My stance on marijuana is that it's ridiculous that it's not legal nationwide yet. It saves lives because it can treat so many ailments like PTSD, chronic pain, cancer, epilepsy. One of my staffers in Boston, or in Chelmsford, Massachusetts, has epilepsy, and it reduced her seizures from 10 a week to 2 a year, and no one dies of it. And when it becomes legal in states, it reduces the amount of opioid deaths greatly. 70,000 people died of opioid use just in 2018, and nobody dies of marijuana. So many people are in jail for weed offenses when most of us consume marijuana. That's insanely hypocritical. So we need to finally have our actions match our words, have our policies match who we are as people and as a nation. And so all these candidates are in favor of legalizing it, but they don't ever do it publicly. And I want to stop that hypocrisy. Let's stop being fake. Let's be real. Let's put someone in office who actually lives the way that we are in this country, and then maybe we'll finally get policies that match who we are.
Yeah, and you're gonna go out and say all those words to people that don't agree with any of that.
Yep.
out on the campaign trail. Yeah, this is a safe space for
true.
this show today. Except for maybe some comments. Don't read the comments.
I will read them
Oh
and
my God.
respond and fight with people.
Oh my God.
I do it all the time.
Oh Lord. Well, so yeah, so that could get a little rough. The comments on here, but
I've been saying it around the country.
but just in general, the people checking out this show and fans of the show, agree with everything that you have to say, and we just want everybody else to hear that message.
Yeah, and that's why I'm doing it, is that finally it's time that we go nationwide and try to change our policies and have somebody, again, who is just not giving lip service to stuff. Like Kirsten Gillibrand, before she dropped out, was like, we have to legalize marijuana. It looked like she's couldn't pick marijuana out in the lineup.
Right.
And let's actually have leaders who are like
then
us.
she'd have accidentally legalize crack or something.
Exactly.
I pointed at the one that I saw in a movie in a pipe. I thought it was.
Right. So
Elect her heroin.
just in general, like I'm the only candidate in this race who's a working man, who actually is not a career politician or multimillionaire. I'm also the only person in this race who has enjoyed marijuana in my life throughout my adult life. And so I'm not going to pretend like that's not something. In the White House, I wouldn't do it. But in a campaign, I don't see why not.
I just like that you allow another man to sit next to you, perched up very high.
It's ridiculous. I'm not a tiny man.
He's so much higher than you right now.
You're not a tiny man.
Guys, I'm 6'8". I'm sorry.
He hasn't complained about the optics.
I know, I should have, really. At least he's in the middle.
It's just my hair. It makes me
You look like a
tall.
king. You look like a fashionable king.
Eric can lower it down.
Buttigieg, he's pretty short, right?
He's pretty sure. I just met him.
You probably tower over him.
Yeah, I just met him at the Iowa AFL-CIO convention. He was very nice, and he was short. Came up to about my chin, and he was very nice. Though Cory Booker was very nice. Marianne Williamson, pleasure. Andrew Yang was super cool, and then who surprisingly was kind of a dick.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Bernie Sanders.
Joe Biden. Oh, Bernie.
Bernie. I've not yet. We were at the same event, Joe Biden and I, but we didn't meet each other that day because he came in the back entrance. But Bernie Sanders I walked up to him, and I was trying to say, Senator, it's an honor to meet you and finally be speaking on the stages alongside you. And literally, he went, excuse me, I have to go. I think he walked through me. I think he walked through my essence like I was a ghost.
Oh, wow.
He did not stop. It's on my YouTube. You can see it.
I bet you a lot of people want to talk to him.
Yeah, but come on.
But you're in the race.
I'm in the race.
Yeah.
There's only 20 of us left. We're on the 20th highest fundraising campaign. We're climbing.
I love it. Let's get them to 19, everybody.
Let's get me to 19. Gleib2020.com. Please donate whatever you can afford so we can compete against these machines of Joe
All
Biden.
right, we'll mention it in every segment.
Thank you, buddy.
All of your needs here.
Thanks, man.
Because do you feel like this is like politics is your future? Like if this is a failed bid, because let's face it, there's a chance you won't be our president.
True.
If that happens, more of this to come? Like, campaign again the next time around, or what do you think?
I don't know, because the reason I'm running is because I just think we need to stop Trump at all costs. It's my opinion politically. And so I don't believe any of the candidates running, none of the 19 candidates other than me, are going to be able to beat him. We did in 2016 running career politicians, and we lost pretty bad. And so I think that's because Trump is not a politician. He is a heckler. The best heckler in political history, and the best way we know how to stop a heckler is with a comedian. And that's why I threw my hat into the race, just specifically to stop Donald Trump. And so if that doesn't happen, I'd love to help advise other campaigns or work for them. And then I might run for Senate or House, but I think probably I'll just go right back to comedy and to creating TV shows. I want to create a show that keeps people honest. I'll do Telethon for America 2020 to make sure we have historic voter turnout again and we flip both houses. And I just want to make sure.
Listen to this guy, everybody.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
He hasn't even smoked yet.
I know.
I apologize. I started smoking at 20 minutes after the hour.
Yeah, I saw that.
Because it's 4:20 somewhere. But I forgot to mention it to you guys because we're really deep in this conversation. But the table is filled with pipes that all have a sativa called mimosa.
I didn't know it was
you
brunch.
like that one?
Yeah.
And and then the indica is purple honey. Yeah.
Which one's the indica?
The indica's in this nice little
okay.
little thing here.
This is a sativa called what?
From what you
honey.
call it, Pot Deli.
No, but this sativa's called what?
Mimosa.
Mimosa. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is it straight up, not a hybrid?
You know what? they say they're all hybrids,
Don't
Oh,
they?
interesting. Because we're all mixed, really.
but we're going with at least what's dominant. It's probably sativa dominant if it's in that pipe.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I like that we know exactly
Because
what
our
it is. Probably.
guy Taylor, he does, he's
good,
very
though.
careful with this stuff.
So
you
this
know.
this is all that.
Bottoms up.
This is all the sativa, yes. We saved the indica for the guests who are super into indica, which does happen.
Bye.
So what else did I? Oh, so let's talk to Justin for a second about, it's your first time on the show. We always ask people their high history.
I'm gonna have my whole own high history.
Like, how did you start smoking weed?
It's probably in middle school. I had a friend of mine who became a drug dealer. Probably 7th grade.
Whoa.
Hid it
pretty
under
early.
his bed and stuff.
Pretty early.
Yeah. He was hardcore. And I remember walking
He
into his room and he was
said
like,
hid it. At first I thought you said he hid it.
he hid it. He hid it in bags.
Somebody hid
He
it.
would.
Yeah.
I remember walking into his room and he was just like, "Shut up, man! Close the door." And I was
Why
like,
did you have drug dealer friends in 7th grade?
"I don't know." And it was in Texas too.
Do you
It was
not
just,
know?
No. It was just one day. I remember it being really random, and then I remember we went out into the woods and smoked weed and it was fun. And then I remember getting on my bike and going home and hitting every mailbox on the way home. And I walked to my door and my mom was like, "What happened?" And I was like, I'm just really tired.
Hitting or
I
hitting
hit
every mailbox?
on the way. I kept crashing on my bike going home.
Oh, okay.
On a bike, thank God.
Because I was envisioning, there's it's been depicted in films and you could see it on YouTube probably, the people that, hit mailboxes.
Oh, no.
They ride by and smash them. I'm like, you ride around smashing mailboxes on your
No, I
bike?
wasn't that much of
Yeah,
a
maybe
hooligan.
weed doesn't agree
You
with you.
get home and your mom's like, what's your problem?
I'm not violent, guys, I promise. Son of a bitch!
I don't like when other houses get mail.
I just
Mail's
get
just
angry.
for me and mommy.
You only have to be a little mad to flip this table, by the way. It
Yeah.
is ready to go.
It's not that heavy.
You don't have to try too hard, so be
It's
careful.
not that heavy at all. By the way,
But that's a great reason to start, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you smoke
Brent
consistently
thing.
after that?
Yeah. I use it. I dabble. My mom smokes it. That's
You and I
fine.
have smoked marijuana together before.
We have?
I think so, at my house, my
Yeah,
birthday
we-
party.
Yeah. Sounds about right. Again, your birthday party. I'm like, uh-huh.
You don't really remember.
No, do you?
I do remember. I
I
seem
remember
to.
there was a taco truck, maybe a goat.
Was there a goat?
There was
Probably.
not a goat. There
No.
was a hot dog
I'm so
stand.
happy there wasn't a goat.
There was a hot dog stand.
Yeah.
There was a Mexican fruit cart.
Yeah.
But he thinks that's a goat and a tacos truck.
There was a tacos truck.
Man, somebody have a goat and taco truck party.
Yeah.
I'll go
It was
to
pretty
that.
fun.
I want them to
be
make
super
tacos
into
on the
that.
back of the goat would be nice. He has kind of one of those camel pouches on top, and you can get your salsa. And
My brother had one of those for his wedding.
No, they didn't.
But it was a beer burrow. So his little
Really?
he had burrows going through the reception with beer on the side of
Is
him.
that true?
Swear to God.
I thought I
It
made
was
up
kind of
something
amazing. So
crazy.
you'd be like, look at this donkey with a beer. It was the best thing ever.
That's how weird the world is.
Yeah.
Is that I thought I made up the most absurd idea possible to have tacos on the back of a goat, and you're like, no, pretty much the same thing already happened at my brother's wedding.
My brother had beer donkeys. Yeah. So
I would love to get a nice lager from a dwarf horse.
best.
That is
Good
very
Shetland
funny.
Shiner. Yeah.
Well, that's great stuff.
Is it though?
Is he still married?
Yeah.
Your
What?
brother.
Yeah, he's very married.
Good.
They're in love.
The donkeys, though, still alive?
Probably not.
They killed the donkeys after the beer burrow
They were like,
every
well,
time.
work's done. God, that's awful. Peter, hit up Ben Gleib at Ben Gleib.
No, don't. I was vegan for a minute, and PETA mailed me 2 cookbooks and a letter. They were like, we saw you're vegan now. Please have this cookbook. And it felt so nice. I was considering going Lifetime on it, and I remembered how tasty chickens are.
Right.
Wait, so vegans are trying to convert now?
Well, no, I had already publicly said that I was going vegan for 4 months. It was when I had a tumor, and I was trying to get rid of it. I got rid of it, don't worry. Didn't mean to ruin everybody's buzz.
Vegans.
It's gone now, I'm fine.
All right. Well, now that I'm sober, I better do this again. But yeah, it's interesting.
This is delicious.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah, mimosa. Honeydew Farms.
I promised my campaign manager, Lauren Young, shout out to Lauren, who's watching Massachusetts, that I would only do 2 hits
I think I
today.
did 3.
Oh,
But-
really?
That's what I promised, but I could be convinced. I make the decisions in this campaign, Lauren. Okay? Where are you? Lauren, listen to me. I decide. Hi,
Yeah,
Charlie.
maybe like during the breaks or something, you guys can negotiate whether or not you're going to do a dab at the end of the show.
Oh, that's too much.
Dab, I think, maybe is too much.
Too much for what?
I don't know. It's
For
Tuesday.
presidential candidates to do on camera.
all those other lame candidates can't do a dab.
Listen, I was in Iowa recently dabbing with Cory Booker, Marianne Williamson, and Amy Klobuchar. And I said, Amy, take another hit.
Marianne Williamson
She's
is
the
like
best.
on a permanent dab. I think.
She is.
Totally
She
is.
is dabbed out.
I got to hang out with her a little bit backstage before we spoke at the Summer Blue Bash in Belknap County, New Hampshire recently, and we were talking about this policy I just unveiled called Connected Democracy, where I let people vote before I make any executive order. It's something I've proposed that has been implemented in certain parts around the world, and I'm tired of representatives not representing you. So I'm like, as president even, I'll tell you what I think, but then I'll tell you what I think really doesn't ultimately matter as much as what you think. I'm a servant of the people, so I let you vote whether I should sign an executive order or not. And I told her this plan, and she's like, oh, so much more like a direct democracy than a connected democracy, than a representative democracy that we have. And I said, exactly, Marianne, you get it. That's what we should have from the beginning. Why don't we survey the people with modern technology? We could easily do that. And then Marianne seemed moved by it. She took it in. We talked about our both mutual desire to get corruption out of Washington, but I have the most aggressive plan of any of the candidates, which is to ban forever lobbyist money from going into any campaign. You do that, and instantly, overnight, all of the corruption will be gone largely, once you also overturn Citizens United. But it'll allow our politicians to actually address the core of every root issue. And if I can just say for 10 seconds why, the root of every major issue in our society, the healthcare crisis, the climate crisis, the stagnant wage crisis, the gun crisis, the reason we don't attack all of those at the core and fix them quickly, which all of us in the country want us to do, is because our politicians are beholden to special interests, to big business lobbies that pay for their campaigns. So they don't give a shit what you think. They literally give you lip service like, yeah, I'll promise to do that. And they go to office and they don't at all fast with any sense of urgency fix our problems, and they need to be fixed. And so you pass that one law, get the corruption out, ban lobbyist money. You also pass a law that you can only vote on one issue at a time. Because think about that from a stoner perspective.
Oh, I'm thinking about all of this from a stoner perspective. And we got to go to our first break, but
can I tease that then?
we will be back with
wait.
more
I'm gonna wait.
of this and other things right here. So stay with us. We'll be back. If you listen to good music or podcasts like Getting Dug with High, you're going to need a great pair of wireless earbuds. But before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing. The company was actually co-founded by Ray J, and celebrities like Cardi B are already obsessed. Raycon's E50 wireless earbuds are so comfortable and easy to take anywhere. Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet with no dangling wires or stems. And of course, they don't just look great, they sound great too. Raycon offers their wireless earbuds for everyone in a range of full colors at an unbeatable price. Go to buyraycon.com/Doug to get 15% off your order. That's buyraycon.com/Doug for 15% off Raycon wireless earbuds. If you've been eyeing a pair, now is the time to get an amazing deal. One more time, buyraycon.com/DOUG.
Regular water.
Hey, we're back with Justin Martindale and Ben Gleib. One of them is a presidential. One of them's a candidate. Make up your own minds. But before we get to Pot Topics with Alicia, Ben, finish your thought that you were saying before the break.
Oh, thanks, brother. Just that the other thing that will get corruption out of our politics and finally make our government work for us is we pass an obvious law, which is that you can only vote on one issue at a time. It's insane. Even in high school government, you couldn't vote on the senior wall and what flavor blow pops to have at the fair at the same time. You can't vote on two opposite concepts at once. So you just pass a law that they can only vote on one thing at a time, Because a do-nothing Congress shouldn't try to multitask. And then we finally can know whether our representatives are voting for the things we put them in office to do. All it does, these poison pills and the bills, it gives them excuses, perfect cover to not vote for what we say. So if they vote for one thing at a time, we'd be like, oh, you said you'd vote for 9/11 victim compensation, and you didn't, motherfucker, so I saw it plainly. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Some structural changes we need to make our government actually work for all of us. And hit number 2.
That's number 2? Shit.
Ooh, using them early. I like it.
I'm at like 4. I've officially like fell through the tunnel. Just FYI.
Yeah, well, you gotta go like make a speech somewhere later today, right?
Today, no.
No?
I might have to do some interviews, which
You
will be
got the rest of
interesting.
the day off. Maybe you'll have another hit before we
Yeah, I could be convinced, Doug.
All right, but we won't push too hard on the dabs thing.
Sweet.
Thank you.
Hi, Alicia.
Hello.
What do you got for us today?
I've got a few things. Hey, can I talk about our video first?
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
I feel like I'll forget at the
I
end
got it
of the
written down
segment.
to talk about it too.
Oh, okay.
But go ahead.
Well, I talk about Fantastic Fest a lot. I know Doug does.
I love it.
It's a horror and genre festival in Austin, Texas.
I'm
coming up
in right now.
It's amazing. It's my favorite time of year.
You said horror and genre?
Yes.
Yes.
Horrors and genre.
It's a horror genre.
Awesome.
Hello, get into it.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Anyway, it's super cool, and we worked on a bumper submission this year, and Doug co-produced it, and I'm in it, and Taylor's in it, and our awesome makeup person Heather did our makeup. And apparently the director was here this morning. We just missed her. I learned. Bummer. But if you want to go vote for that, or at least go watch it, we worked super hard on it, and it's fantasticfest.com/bumpers/Polybius, Polybius.
That's exactly what I have
Got
got
it.
written down right here.
I thought I'd do it now while I could still spell okay.
So we got a few days until. Oh, and look too at the top of the card. It says instead of contest, it says contest set.
Contest.
Contest set.
Yes, but also, if you're going to be hosting a show, can I say this card? Mm-hmm. Where you're stoned, why does the top of the card need to say DBY19SV033 just to confuse you at the very beginning?
Oh,
That's
you
the
know,
Wi-Fi
I bet
password.
if you go through the whole archives of how many ever years we've done this show, you'll never catch me just saying that out loud or being concerned about it at all. I get your point, but I've never even thought about it.
Well, you're a professional, Doug. But I'm just saying, why the weird code up top? That's my only question.
Because, we want to make, the government wants to track our every thought.
That's my point, sir.
Yes, we want to, put a number next to everything that happens. Yeah, I don't
if
get
you're not
entirely
even
why
putting it
that's
on
there,
there?
but it works for people behind the scenes, and that's what matters to me. If it makes anybody's job easier, I'm happy it's there.
There's one
Hey,
guy
if you're
that
watching
sees that
this
and he
after the
smiles.
12th, don't vote for that video, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's only gonna have a few days. So
Few days.
yeah, if you're watching this like on
The 13th.
Pluto TV.
Oh.
Pluto TV
How long
runs
does it take for this
episodes
to air there?
years later. I don't know. I don't know how long of a gap there is between when we make them and when they show them.
40 years, something?
That sounds right.
I've read that somewhere.
Yeah.
What? 40 years?
Something like that,
What's
right?
40 years?
Anything in
It's
space.
like a marijuana knows something.
When they fall asleep and they wake up and it's like 55
Oh no,
years
Pluto
in the future.
TV is just a free television space where you can just go and watch TV for free. They have a bunch of channels. We're on channel 510 or some crazy
It used to be
number.
420,
That's
and then
outside
they
of the
just changed it to like 530 or something that doesn't make sense, and I'm really sad about it. 'cause
Yeah,
420
we
was
were better off on the
clearly-
420 channel, but also maybe they're more of a sitting duck for, being taken down because of complaints or something.
Well,
Right.
I hope everybody tunes into your show on channel 510 or 530.
Or whatever
I
it
don't know if
is.
either of those
Can
are
we
right.
find that out during the break, and I'll say it in the next. I hate giving out all these fake numbers.
Watch us in the low 500s on Pluto TV. Scan
Somewhere
around.
to like the 3 to 500 range, I think, was
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so. All right, now let's do a hot topic.
I would love to. Are you guys edibles people?
I am.
You are.
Historically, I've had phases yes and phases very much no.
And I don't know why I had to scream that at you, but
Why are you screaming?
No, I
was
love
just
it.
like, I love animals. Yeah.
I like the
It's just-
participation.
It's fun to
I-
participate.
How about chocolate? Are you like a like a weed brownie guy.
Not a really. I'm more of like a gummy or like a Jolly Rancher.
Gummies are the way.
I like gummies.
And the occasional chocolate. But I'm not like a big like foodie. You know, I don't need like
Pasta. With
I don't need like weed.
The kind of high you
weed
get from
bolognese.
edibles.
You know, I'm like, okay.
The kind of high you get from edibles kind of is like, you know, the kind of high where you don't want to also feel like you ate too much or you ate something that was too sweet or something. Like it's just all too much to deal with. You just want to get a real nice high going. You don't want to have a stomach ache.
Yeah. Sometimes edibles, like I'll have like 2 gummies and like I'll be in the sun at a beach party or something. And like 2 little 10 milligrams, you know. And then I'm walking through the party, I'm like, I don't know. The sun's melting me from the inside.
That's not fun.
It's not fun. I take your point, Doug.
You can
Smoking's cleaner.
Man, I love heat when high though, because I get so cold. Sun feels awesome. But I get your point. It can be too much.
You get cold when you get high?
Yeah, a lot of people do.
What? You get cold?
Freezing right now.
Are you serious?
Yes. I am a fucking Yeti in the middle right now.
Can I borrow your sweatshirt? I got a sweatshirt for you, buddy. I got a sweatshirt.
Oh, that's great.
I come with solutions as a presidential
He's a
candidate.
solutions candidate.
I have one of my staff in the background
amazing.
taking the
It's
clothes
flying
off. Kenneth, if you could please.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Man, I should run for something.
you
Look
are.
at this service.
Look,
I say about
Ben
this
Gleib
kind
for president. He closed the cold.
There you are.
wow, from one giant person to another.
I know, but
I made
let's see how
myself
long
taller,
this
Doug. Is
takes
that
for me to
allowed? Am I on
actually
camera?
put on.
What?
Look at
I made
that.
myself
I can't do
taller
this.
so like you can't do it.
I can't do it. I'm too high. Leave me alone.
Put it on?
Yes.
That's pretty high.
I told you. I talk about fashion.
Do you have a campaign slogan?
I do indeed.
Other than, I see the button you're wearing
Thank
just
you.
says Gleib.
True. And now the sweatshirt that Justin is wearing.
Oh, look at that.
This makes me look even gayer.
I'll take that. You have a big G on your chest.
Is there something on the back too?
No,
Probably.
nothing on the back.
Oh, okay.
Our slogan originally changed. Our first slogan was Gleib 2020. Let's save America. Okay.
Okay.
And it was a little funny and it had a kind of a lighter vibe than a lot of slogans. But then I realized the message of our campaign that became the most pertinent is just the problem in everything is that our representatives aren't representing us. That's what Occupy Wall Street started over. I was involved in that movement. It's that if we don't get the money out of our politics, it's the most fundamental thing that will fix all of our other problems. And it's the only way to fix all of our problems. So any politician that does not pledge to get 100% of lobbyist money out of every campaign forever and to overturn Citizens United as well as one of the #1 priorities in the planet and in the legislation, you should not vote for them because they don't actually want to fix things. I forgot what the question was. Slogan?
What's the slogan?
So the slogan now is take our democracy back.
Oh, okay.
It's right there.
Because I've got
on the
one.
back of the
What's
card.
yours?
Oh, please.
That's the only reason I brought it up.
Fair enough. Sorry about
I
the
was
rant.
worried during that I would forget what mine was. America, love it or Gleib it. It doesn't make any sense.
America, love it or Gleib it.
It only sounds good. It doesn't make
But
any
it's
sense.
current.
Yeah.
Change you can be Gleibin.
Oh, that's good.
Don't stop begleebing.
There
Stop
you go.
be Gleibing. Okay, I like that. I love that.
Get Journey to re-record the song.
That'll be amazing. Don't stop be Gleibing.
Yeah.
Gleibing him something he can feel.
Leave it to Gleiber.
And whenever your campaign goes to the next city, everybody at the airport can sing "He's Gleibing on a jet plane."
Ooh, I love it. I would love if the nation sang to me if I was president as I walked
Gleibing
around.
on a jet.
That's a joke. What camera do I look into if I look
All
into
of
it?
them.
No one.
Have you ever used that? Have you ever said, "Hey guys, I'm Gleibing town"?
It's been great being here in Bellevue,
I got a
Washington.
Glebe town.
I got a Glebe town.
Are they
Good night.
your Gleibers?
The B Gleibers.
The what?
My followers are the B Gleibers.
The B Gleibers.
Like the Beliebers,
Gleibers. Okay.
but better, younger, prettier,
okay.
handsomer.
I'm right here. Leave me alone. Time's up.
Sorry.
But not. Oh wait, the Gleibers.
B Gleibers. Hashtag B Gleibers.
Not the
BEGLEIB.
Gleibers.
No, because Justin Bieber's the Beliebers. And we've had a constant battle, he and I, for years.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes. Ever since I beat Drake in ping pong, Bieber, I think he wants to challenge me. I would assume.
Oh God.
I don't know that for sure.
You're going there, huh? Mm-hmm. Challenge Justin Bieber.
I'd be
live.
Drake back to back in ping
Live
pong.
on YouTube.
2 back-to-back games.
Both those fellas watch this show, so this whole thing's really going to heat up.
Good.
Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
going to be a thing.
Drake fronts about his ping pong. That's just a fact. Drake's always posting on his Instagram golden paddles and videos of him like beating probably one of his staff members because I played him twice and I crushed him twice.
Oh, jeez.
21-16,
Woof.
21-15.
So not holding a grudge or.
So if that's what you look for in a candidate,
Yeah. He crushes.
21-15. What? Let me grab a pen.
I'll do ping pong diplomacy.
Yeah. Ben Gleib crushes ping.
Yeah, I reloaded that for you if you want some more of that. Did you just have another hit?
No, I haven't done hit 3 yet, but I was thinking about it.
Oh, that's exciting.
See, I did mine
How
right
much time do
off
we have
the
left?
bat.
I'll do a 3rd hit, but I
He's
want to
the
know.
3-hit candidate we've been waiting for.
Yep.
All of our lives.
So you want somebody that can handle their shit?
I think this
Do
may
I?
never even happen again. I think this might be the only time I have a presidential candidate on this show.
Odds are that's probably true.
Yeah, but you know, if you do us a favor out on the trail, you know, recommend it to some of the other candidates.
I would. Oh, you know who I can probably get you actually?
Oh,
I can
who?
probably get you Andrew Yang.
Really?
Because Andrew Yang just released a hat from his campaign merch. I'll give a shout out to Andrew. He's a really good guy. It's a green hat, says math on the front and a weed leaf on the back. Official campaign merchandise.
Wow.
So Andrew Yang's dope. He's a nice guy. I just personally don't believe at all in the universal basic income because I think it's putting a Band-Aid on the problem of the jobs that are going away due to automation. And he just wants to let that happen and give people $1,000 a month.
bless you.
Bless you. To cover that. But no one makes $12,000
I'm
a
just
year in their
allergic
job.
to things
Politics.
I don't understand. I just start sneezing. I don't care.
Hilarious. Andrew Yang's whole plan is to give everybody in the country $1,000 a month. Every single person, every month, always. Rich people, poor people. And it sounds cool, but very
That
expensive.
doesn't.
Gift
Yeah.
cards or something?
Then won't everybody be? But everybody be
same.
the same.
Like, can you make him in
That's a
gift
good
cards?
point.
Everybody will stay exactly where they're
It
at.
changes no purchasing power. That's very funny.
Yeah.
That's really funny. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It's $3 to $4 trillion a year, and we don't have that. We can just give money to people who need it and spend money more effectively.
I like what you're saying.
Thank you, sir.
Let's do a pot topic.
League2020.com. Please donate so we can compete.
So the reason I brought up edibles,
That was a bug. It was a piece of plastic. Sorry.
Did I do the 3rd one yet? Where's their bug?
I just like felt this and it freaked me out.
Oh, that freaked me
It's just
out.
a wrapper.
what's that from?
It's a wrapper.
Oh,
Toothpick wrapper.
Everyone calm down.
It's a rapper like Drake. Bring it, buddy. I'll challenge you again anytime.
it's the ghost of a
Ping pong
snake.
summit.
Something
Meet
scares you, throw it on the person next to you.
That's what happened.
me. Oh my God! Fire! Fire!
No, don't set me on fire. You can't kill what's already dead.
It's live TV. It would get some
this
views,
hoodie
but
fire
it's not the way I want to do it.
Probably. Union made.
Why
Hey,
did you
here's
bring up
what
the thing?
scientists are finding is that with chocolate specifically, when they're trying to test it
Yeah,
to find
edibles.
THC levels in edibles, something about the chocolate is masking a lot of the THC. And so what might be labeled as 10 milligrams might be significantly more.
Whoa.
So they're not sure why. Their theory is that it's perhaps sticking to the fat, which is somehow hiding it from
Makes
the
sense.
test.
That makes sense.
That might,
watch
that
out.
might
Wow.
explain why like chocolates seem like also be unpredictable when it
Brownies
comes to.
fuck you up. It
Whenever I
doesn't
take a
matter
chocolate,
how-
I just toss a coin.
That makes sense because you can't X-ray through
I
chocolate.
really do.
You ever
Just
have
like
an
me.
edible and forget that you had the edible, and when it kicks in, go, oh shit.
Oh fuck, that's right, I did
What
that.
happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Like before the movie,
Yeah,
and then
I-
you sit through the whole movie, and then after it hits you.
And then you're like, I ate the whole bag of goldfish. I did that. Oh,
I went
freaked
golfing
out.
with my dad once on pot cookies,
Ugh.
and it was the craziest experience ever.
I had a panic attack and a porta potty in Austin, Texas. Do I win?
No.
Gosh, I didn't know
That
we
sounds
were
like low,
competing.
Can you imagine if you won for having a panic attack in a porta potty?
I mean,
He's
think
the winner,
I
everybody.
think I did.
Panic attack
And
in a porta
hold on,
potty.
Let's step this up. Aerosmith was playing in the background.
Now
like
you
the
win.
Band.
Now you win.
And I wasn't at an Aerosmith concert.
Crazy.
It was pretty dope, literally.
Put that in a movie.
I had
though.
two
That's a good
strangers
scene.
tell me I needed to go to the hospital, and I was like, you don't know me, Pam. I was fine. I was like, it was a Jolly Rancher. Calm down. Don't boss me around.
I went golfing.
Pam was probably like 2 guys.
Yeah, she was so
Standing there
sweet. She's like,
saying
honey, you need to get some help. I'm like, fuck off. Demon. Yeah.
I went golfing with my dad, and I got high pretty quick. 3-par, 9-hole course, and my dad was talking trash to me. I tell the story on my special. He goes, I guess you can't handle your shit, baby. I was just like mildly like being stoned at
dad
the
calls you
golf
baby?
course. Yeah, he goes, I'm like, why are you calling me baby? First of all.
It's a good Carly
Wait,
Rae
was he
Jepsen
high?
song.
Just you.
Yeah, we both ate the
Oh,
cookies,
okay,
but it
okay.
hadn't hit him yet, right? So he's acting all tough, talking shit to me. And then as golf match ends, a night has fallen upon us.
Oh.
My dad starts to act really weird. It just hit him like an hour later. And we are heading out of there, and I'm like, Dad, can we stop really quickly for coffee? And he goes, yeah, baby, that's cool, that's cool. And he's just looking around. He is stoned. He's not good. And I'm like, okay, Dad, stay right here. I'll be right back in 2 minutes with the coffees. He goes, cool, baby, cool. I'm like, please stop calling me baby. And I go in, and I come out of Coffee Bean, and my dad is gone, and the car is gone. I start walking home, 2 blocks in. My dad pulls up very slowly.
Why is this a scary story?
I don't know what happened. I'm
I know,
Like, are we at a
Really, it is.
campfire? Sorry,
My
to interrupt
dad
you.
pulls
I
up.
want s'mores so badly.
Wait, no, stop, finish it.
My
Yeah,
dad
like-
pulls up very slowly in the car, gets out of the car and goes, Ben, I'm freaking out, man. I felt like I was floating above the earth, and the earth was a grid, and there was your mom and you. I didn't know how to get back to you or how to get back to your mom. And I was like, Pop, can I drive home, please?
Wow.
And I had to drive him home because that was not great. He had to sleep on the couch that night.
That was meth.
It was a mess. He walked in the house, my mom was reading on the couch, and my dad goes,
Oh, yeah, that's meth.
hi. And I go, Dad ate Pop Brownies, Mom. I didn't want her thinking we like accidentally killed a guy on the way home and my dad was freaked out or something. I had to tell her.
You're going to be good at this politics stuff. You're really good at taking up other people's time. Thank you, Alicia.
Hey, congratulations on decriminalizing New York.
Yay, New York! We'll talk about that more in the
Yeah.
next episode. Thank
That's
you so
it.
much for being here, and we'll be right back.
Sorry about that.
Hey everybody, have you heard about our new show, Doing Doug with Dabs? It's me, Alicia, and Taylor hanging out and doing dabs after tapings of some of the regular shows. Sometimes we'll invite a guest, sometimes it'll just be us. The show drops a couple times a month and is exclusive to members of our 420 Club on Patreon. Want to unwind with us after getting Doug with High? Head over to patreon.com/gettingdoug and sign up today. It supports this show, and in return, we'll send you a signed blue card, read your name during one of the shows, and you'll get early access to our pre-taped episodes. Pretty great! Check out patreon.com/gettingdoug to join today. We're here with the real deal presidential, what do you call it at this point? Hopeful?
Yeah.
Sure.
Ben Gleib, and what are you running for anything, Justin?
Exercise?
Not yet.
From or for anything?
Well, I left my Apple Watch at home.
Justin Martindale, and of course we're being joined, as we always are, in the third act of the show.
What?
It's Taylor Rizzo, the Dab King of the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah, you got the Aurora Borealis in your jar.
Yeah, he's got a very beautiful
That's pretty.
solar show, light show.
Yeah.
I'll see you at the G20, Dab King.
Soothing.
Tesla was behind this particular instrument. If you touch it in the right place, your hair stands up on end, or if you touch it in the wrong
does look
place,
like-
your beard stems out.
Singeing.
Your beard keeps growing.
It does look like those static balls,
It does. But
but it's way cooler.
you guys are welcome to take a hit from it or not. We don't judge people for not dabbing because it is,
Do a test run.
especially if you have anything you have to do later that day, like running for president, you might not not want to get dabbed out. But I sure do enjoy having these on our little visits here in the basement. I don't do them much outside of it, except if like Taylor travels to the same gig as I do, we do it there.
Yeah,
We had a nice time in Phoenix.
sure did.
Speaking of hot weather, hey, as presidential I think this episode might get a lot of attention, so we have Patreon members that we say their names on the show. Would you mind reading this list of names out loud? That none of them are meant to like trick or incriminate you in any way.
That's nice.
That'd be a weird thing to do to a politician.
That would be.
Just throw in
I hate blank.
I
What?
hate dogs is on there, so don't say that one.
Oh yeah, you never.
There's no
want 'em.
candidate could say I hate dogs and win anything.
That's true. I love dogs. I have a rescue dog, Henry Horse. You can see it on my Instagram.
You brought him
Yeah.
here
At Ben
before.
Gleib.
The dog
Did
was,
bring him
I
here.
think, stopped by the last time you were on the show.
That is true. How many
When
dogs
you
you had
were
on
when you
here?
were threatening to become a candidate.
Yeah.
Threatening is the
Yeah,
word,
that's
Joyce.
when you
Those
were
were the
saying
days.
I might do it. We were like, do it. And then we got the call, I'm doing it, so I want to come back on the show.
True that.
Yeah, I love it.
Thanks, Doug. Yeah, man, we've known each other a long time. We didn't see this turn coming.
Didn't think you'd just be reading a list of names.
And we
On
finally
the
come there.
internet.
We finally got there. So this list is a list of who? That did what? Just your Patreon members?
Patreon members.
Which camera? Right here?
Patreon.
These are people that are considering donating to your campaign.
Oh, I love that. At Gleib2020.com. Please, for real, $1 counts. We're trying to get on the debate stage. Need 130,000 individual donations, and the world, for some reason, is not
so a
respecting.
small donation still
$1
counts towards the number of donations.
Huge, it does.
Like it.
$1.
I like it. So send
All
them
we're asking-
$1. Everybody send them $1.
Thank you. Gleib2020.com. Because for real, we are trying to get on the debate stage. There's 12 debates. I'm not being allowed on. The media is not allowing me on. They're not allowing an alternative campaign on. Somebody that wants to actually change the system. That includes the media, and they're afraid. Honest to God, that's why we can't get on these debate stages. So if you want a real person to be at least part of the conversation for once, please go to Gleib2020.com. Donate $1 or whatever you can afford. If you can afford 5, 10, or 20. We really need money to be able to compete because they have millions and we're just regular people. All right.
I need a fucking
I'm
dab.
done.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
I'm going to read this list. Patreon list. DBY19SV033. Congratulations. Adam Capuana, Jason, Michael Mendez, Gary Jasson.
Yeah.
Jasson.
It's a J and an A and an I.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be Jason. Michael Mendez, Gary Duvall, Samuel Terranova, Becky Conner, Big Daddy Chancho.
It's a cool name,
Yeah.
Terranova.
Yeah, Samuel Terranova.
Oh shit, what'd I do wrong?
I don't know what happened.
Did he break it?
Maybe.
Did he break it?
Let me see it.
I broke it.
Just like the
I
system.
panicked, and when it turned red, I hit the button again. And then
No, I
went
think it
back
just
to
reset
that.
it. I think you just cancel it if you hit
Okay.
it again. So here, let me refill it.
That's also, Doug, part as an example of why my campaign's against letting the robots take over. For real, it's one of our principles, and it's like, we don't need to have technology take our jobs. We could just say, no thanks.
But don't you want to see it?
No, I don't want to see the destruction of the planet.
Right?
Don't you
Love
want to see
that.
robots everywhere and humans being
Kinda.
afraid? No, I don't.
Like I'm finally getting into Whitney Cummings' sex doll, which is like amazing, and I'm like waiting for that bitch to turn.
It's gonna happen.
Yes.
She's gonna say
What up,
something
Whit?
that's like,
Oh,
wait,
that
we didn't
robot is
program
gonna
that.
come alive and kill us all.
Is she making a sex doll?
She already has it out.
Her own sex doll?
Yeah, it's called like Bear
What?
Claw or something. Why?
Is
I
it
don't know
of
why.
her?
Yeah.
It's a sex doll of her, and she's like asking people questions and stuff. It's weird.
That is unbelievably
It's
interesting.
crazy. It's a mixture because it's a sex doll body, but
Yeah.
then a
Okay, we get it. You
like a
like
high
it.
performance robotic head.
Yeah,
that
and it has eyeballs
What?
and moves, and it
Is
talks.
this a joke?
No, I swear to God.
No.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah. So I'm gonna say everything to all the viewers. Kill Whitney Cummings' robot.
Whoa.
Before
Make
it's
sure
too
it's
late.
the robot, though. Make sure it's the robot.
Which one's the robot?
Shout out to Whitney. She's been a friend of ours for a very long time. Whitney's one of the hardest working people in show business and hilarious. All right, back to the list. Becky Conner, Big Daddy Chancho.
Yeah.
Yo Jiffy Skippy.
I was curious how that one was gonna sound.
Yo Jiffy Skippy is how
Yeah.
it sounds.
Pretty right.
That was an Ice Age guy.
He owes me money.
And Danny Peterson. That's the list.
Well done.
Patreon.
Thanks, Danny.
There we have it. We'll sign it, make it official. That was a good dab, Taylor. What kind of stuff did we put in there? Is that the stuff that that guy gave me?
No, that was from Nug, but we're gonna do one now from Jumbie.
Can I
that
smell it?
Yeah, here.
The whole experience.
Where were we? I got stuff from a guy named Jumbie.
Jesus.
You gotta be somewhere awesome if his name was Jumbie.
Oh, it's
Maybe Denver.
pungent.
Pungent. It's a pungent wax.
Yeah, some good wax that we got
Apologies to
from.
Jumbie.
Isn't it
Jumbie.
stupid for reals though, Doug, that we are allowing the robots to take over society?
No.
Why are we allowing that?
Because it's
Because
fun.
they're
You see it in
helpful in
movies.
some ways.
In some ways. That's why I'm in favor of technology when it
and-
aids human productivity.
And well, that's laziness is leading to it. Also, certainly companies want just robots on their assembly lines instead of
it's
people
cheap.
because that's cheaper.
You don't have to care about them.
It's
But- right.
definitely. I mean, it's just robots are definitely being pushed forward by greed, but it's also coupled with just people that are excited by the idea of just a robot that really does. I'm sure there's a lot of men out there that are excited about a lady robot they could just marry that because they can't figure out actual women.
True. Actual women are confusing, but they're worth it, gentlemen. True, but if you judge on...
Okay, see, there's one vote for robot.
Yeah.
Robot love.
Robot. What if I turned into a puddle of mercury and just like slimed out the door?
Oh my God.
Would y'all freak out?
That was a Nickelodeon
What if I was a
show.
robot the whole time? Like, I didn't know about it. Yeah.
Have you seen this Martindale? But
That's also what's going to happen, Ben. Is there's
Yeah.
going to just be there's going to be a moment where there are robots that just look like normal.
Yeah.
So we won't even know.
Yeah, you're gonna
So
already-
we might already be at that moment.
they
Yeah.
already look
Yeah.
like Whitney Cummings. I mean, it's done. So that's my point is like,
You're
it's
just gonna
fun.
see a drone. You'll be like, "Look, mom!" Like it's gonna be like crazy.
But that's my point. All of that is possible if you put no limits on technology, and every single person in Washington is saying, let's just let it happen. I am the only candidate, fact, that is saying, let's discuss if we want, as America, to let the robots take over.
Do it.
We
What
should
about
not,
just-
in my opinion.
What about just the maid robot on the Jetsons?
yeah.
Can we
she
have
was hot.
that? Can we
Yes.
just have a robot that just does stuff around the house?
Yeah.
She wasn't taking
Rosie.
over.
Has a nice thing to say
Good
whenever.
morning.
Yeah, like almost
Hello,
like a
George.
Siri slash
Worship the devil.
Roomba
Hell
slash
yes.
Oh, my room
Siri
sucks.
Roomba.
old-fashioned.
Bag style and fill up. Vacuum cleaner.
You could get a Butler or a.
I have a shitty Roomba.
Guys, I'm not banning
less.
Butler robots. I'm a fan of that.
All right, we really got to get a lot in here at the end real quickly because I want to make sure I get you guys all the plugs you need. Justin, what the fashion on E? Is there anything else you want to give out your Twitter handle?
Oh yeah, remember Fun Twitter?
Yeah. Is it gone?
I think so.
Oh.
It scares me now.
Well, for people that want to try to get fun Twitter going again, how do they find you?
You can find me at Just Martindale, and you can find me on Instagram at Justin Martindale, and you can catch me every Wednesday now and Friday on Snapchat Discover as the host of Ease What the Fashion.
Beautiful.
And I'm on tour with Jim Jeffries right now, so go to his site and we can have fun.
Oh, that's great.
What up, Jim?
Yeah, we're having fun.
Jim made me do the worst thing I ever did in my life. So hello,
Me
Jim.
too.
Why
Well, I can't wait to meet him.
can't believe we didn't bring that up sooner.
I'm just knocking. I have big
I
knees.
got a lot of stories.
I have big knees.
Twice you've knocked down the
I
bowling
know.
pin.
I'm sorry.
If there's one you're supposed
What can I say? I'm a double strike.
One more and you got a turkey. Do it again.
We got 2 weeks of new shows that we're pre-taping today. We're doing 3 today, but the next one that you can see will be next Tuesday, September 17th at 12:15 Pacific time. And Ben Gleib, we're going to let you run out the clock. Thank you, Taylor. Thank you, Alicia. We're going to let you run out the clock. You'll see signals coming from the side. And just
From
what else
drones.
do you want to, what are your final parting, a little high thoughts? You got 30 seconds.
Thanks, man. Just that, for a fact, the media is keeping out voices like yours. They're keeping out people that are actually real people and that would represent real people with their heart, because that's who we all are. And the powers that be want to pretend they're going to fix things and then work at a turtle's pace to never fix them, because they don't really feel your problems. I'm a normal dude, and so I need change just like you do. I need to be able to make money easier like you do and have healthcare like you do. And so please go to Gleib2020.com, learn more about what we stand for. Donate if you can.